What's up, folks? It's another edition of Panther Fan Talk. I'm Eric, and with me, as always, is Vil.
What's going on? It's the pre-game edition, previewing the Bucs.
Yep.
Some of us like to call them the Sucks. And I'm sure there's some other words that rhyme with Ucks that people like to call them. Well, we're a family-friendly
Try to keep
show,
it
so
clean, yeah.
a lot on the table this week for Carolina. So much so I haven't even really thought too much about the Bucs themselves, honestly. But got to take care of the house cleaning first.
No kidding, man.
So the injuries.
Man, I don't know. This season, I mean, it almost seems like we're cursed, but we're 3-0, so I don't know how to.
Yeah.
I guess the first big one to just check off the list, just right off the bat, is Luke Kuechly, man. He's been hurt now for what, 3 weeks?
I mean, pretty much 3 weeks. First half of the first game. You're sitting here telling me that. I mean, I know we had an easy schedule starting the season.
Mm-hmm.
That's what everybody was saying, looking ahead coming in. But if you would have told me back in, August that you got an easy schedule, but you're starting out without KB or Luke, what's your record? It wouldn't be 3-0.
No.
But here we sit. You think he's playing this week?
Honestly, I don't think he's playing. It'd be a real shocker to me if Luke Kuechly played. Supposedly, he went to the neurologist, the independent neurologist, yesterday, and I mean, I guess maybe that didn't go as good as they was hoping for.
Yeah.
I don't know. He didn't practice today, man. It doesn't look good. If I don't think he's gonna play this week.
I don't think he practices the rest of the week, plays this week. And that's pretty disappointing because when I saw him on the sidelines Sunday, to me that was a sign that he was definitely going to be there this
Yeah.
week because he wasn't allowed on the sidelines the week before. It seemed like it was a obvious progression, but here we sit. Wednesday, no practice. You got Thursday and Friday, but he's not the only injury on the defense. And it could get real bad if he's not there because it's looking like his running mate might not be there.
Yeah, Thomas Davis, man, he's got a pectoral injury. I don't know when it happened. I guess at the fourth quarter of the Saints game, maybe.
Yeah,
I guess
it
he
was
went
on
out there
the,
for the last drives.
It was on the strip when he stripped Ben Watson.
Oh, okay.
Apparently, somehow in that play he messed up something with his pec.
Mm-hmm.
And I guess I'm with the belief. I know it's what you're thinking is that the coaching staff is just following the protocol like they're saying, and they're waiting on the doctors to clear Luke. I hope that's the case. If they're holding him out just for precautions, I would be okay with that, knowing that it's the lowly Bucs, except for the fact that if we're not going to have Thomas Davis either, I mean, it seems like you got to have one of those two guys on the field if you really want to have a real, solid chance at winning, and that's against anybody.
That's
I
true.
mean, that's the heart and soul of our defense. We've got really good backups with Klein, and not that Shaq is a backup, but I mean, with us running nickel all the time, that's pretty much like a backup because we basically play two linebackers 40 to 60% of the game.
Yeah.
And that's not enough injuries, so we got one more.
No, good old Charles Johnson. He's out for what? Until week 8, is it?
Yep, he's on the injured, available to return list. Forget exactly how they word it, but that means he's out for 8 weeks of minimum.
Mm-hmm.
Could end up out longer, but that's a bad sign. I mean, we didn't have a D-line with him. So you lose him, and that really hurts. Good news, though. It's not all bad news here on the home front. Gettleman, who I'm a huge fan of, even with, all the naysayers out there. I've been on his bandwagon since pretty early on with the Panthers. He went and made something happen.
Yeah, he did, and I like the move. He went out and got Jared Allen for pretty much a steal. I mean, we got him for a 6th-round pick, and the Bears are paying most of his salary. We're not even paying like $1 million of his salary. So I mean,
Yeah,
it's a
800.
freaking steal, man. I like the move a lot.
Yeah, 800 and some change thousand.
Yeah.
I mean, that's absolutely a steal. People talk about his last season in Chicago wasn't that good, but he, had pneumonia for a large part of the season,
Right.
and he still had 5 sacks with the pneumonia and everything. And not that 5 sacks is great, but when you're sitting here with when you're sitting here with 1 sack on the season, or I guess what, 1.5 maybe by the defensive line, then yeah, the 5 sounds pretty good.
No kidding, man. Also in Chicago, he was running the 3-4 defense, and he's more suited for the 4-3. So I think he's going to come in here, and I think he's going to, come in here and step in.
They
and
just changed that this season to the 3-4. So
oh, did
that's
they?
why he
Okay,
was
so that's no
struggling this
excuse
year.
then.
But that is why he was struggling this year. That's why he asked for the trade. And so hopefully he'll come in and knock Jameis Winston around. He's had a struggle as a rookie for Tampa. We'll get into them just a little bit. What do you think about his performance so far in the year? How he's going to do in this game?
I think we're going to get to him, man. I think we're going to have a couple interceptions. I can see a pick 6. I think we should be able to get a couple sacks off of Jameis Winston. I think we're going to go in there and, rattle him a little bit, and he's going to make some mistakes, and I think we'll be able to capitalize on it.
I definitely hope you're right. I think he's not, he's a rookie. He's not played up to his potential yet.
Right.
Hopefully we won't be his coming out party.
I hope not.
I think he's going to have a tough time against us. But his number 1 target's going to be Mike Evans. Got him back. I know he was on a pitch count last week. This is his first week back at full strength, and I heard a little bit of trash talking coming from the Tampa camp, talking about how it's his this is going to be his coming out party, that he struggled against Norman last year, and apparently he's looking to exact some revenge and also get his first real game in for the season and show what he's got. Give us some thoughts on him versus Jano.
I think it's another interesting matchup for Josh Norman, man. I mean, he's been shutting down, people's top receivers for the past 3 weeks now. Why not Mike Evans? I mean,
and actually dating back into the middle of
last year too.
10 weeks last year.
But yeah, Mike Evans, a real tall, real big receiver, good hands, but I see Josh Norman shut him down too. I think Jameis Winston's going to make some poor throws, and I could see Norman getting at least 1 interception. So
yeah, I think we've say it again. Josh Norman ain't nothing to play with. If Winston don't get that memo, then he could be in for a long day for sure. Last year, Evans only caught 1 ball. Norman, it was for a touchdown, but I mean 1 reception on the day. I mean Norman's on a tear. I don't see Evans being the one that breaks that. So, quick fact for you: 2 defensive backs this season has had over 20 targets against them, and given up less than
16 yards.
16 yard, no deeper ball than a 16 yard completion. Both of those reside right here in Carolina, and that's with crappy safeties. Imagine if we actually play Trey Boston. But
well, that'd be amazing.
But speaking of interceptions and quarterbacks and all that stuff, let's go to the big news coming out of the game last week, other than the demise of the Saints, and that's Cam versus Hockey. I'm of the mindset that it was a misunderstanding. What do you think about the whole?
I don't know, man. It's weird. Like, to watch Cam Newton's reaction, I think Hockey said something probably along the lines of what Cam Newton said he said.
I agree.
It's interesting. I mean, you watch Cam Newton's reaction, he can't believe it, and then he points to Hockey like, did you really just say that?
He definitely, I don't think he's lying about it, as far as that's what he heard. Now, I feel like Hockey said it jokingly. He's since come out and said he didn't say it at all because he's never going to be able to get people to believe he said it jokingly, so they just deny it completely and get on with it. But yeah, you can tell by Cam's reaction during the play that he absolutely heard. He heard what he thought he heard.
Yeah.
Now, whether that's exactly what was said or how it was meant, that's a question. But to me, yeah, I'm absolutely with Cam on that one. His reaction, like you said, it's too apparent.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, at this point, though, man, I mean, it looks like the league's not really going to do anything about it, so it's pretty much probably just best to drop it altogether.
I agree.
We got to focus on Tampa Bay.
I just hope that there's no negative effects on Cam.
I agree.
By the other officials, not being as lighthearted with him, joking around, because I think, if you get a bad impression of a guy, then human nature, you're going to not call it the same. Nah, I know that sounds conspiracy theorist, but It's a human nature thing, in my opinion.
Yeah, and I mean, we've already had some pretty crappy calls the last 3 weeks, so I don't know.
So, I guess go ahead and get some predictions for this week, unless there's any more you want to add to any of that.
That's pretty much it, I think. Prediction was, we're at Tampa Bay, so I say, I think we're gonna win that game. I think we win it 24-13.
I think we win. Man, the Luke, Thomas Davis, CJ injuries are all scary to me.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, if we're missing all three of those guys, and then plus, how do we handle the 3-0 success? They're obviously hungry. I mean, they've had the win against the Saints, but I mean, they could go to 2-0 in the division.
Right.
I think it could be close. They played us close last year with worse quarterback play, but I think we win. I think we win, and we didn't have Cam, so we had worse quarterback play too. Even though Anderson, played pretty good.
He did play good.
But, I'm with you. I'm thinking we miss all three of those players, and defense don't hold up quite as well.
Right.
I think we win 27-20, and I'm gonna go ahead and give out the game balls. Josh Norman and Cam Newton.
Why not?
That's my
That's
prediction.
what's going to be.
We're running that 3 straight weeks, pretty much.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah.
Yeah, just imagine if we didn't have Josh Norman, man. I mean, we'd probably lose
Sitting here 1-2.
1-2, or I mean,
2-1 it.
Yeah.
Yes, most likely, but check us out right back here after the game. Well, relatively after the game, at some point after the game, Sunday evening-ish, and follow us on YouTube for sure. But check us out on Twitter at Panther Fan Talk,
and America65 on Twitter.
and check out our people Panther Nasty and Cali Blue,
Mm-hmm.
and comment with them in the comments, and we'll see you next time.
Yep, keep pounding, man. Let's do it.
Keep
4-0.
pounding. Let's go for it. 4-0.